Hello, friends, and welcome to Brotherly Love Gaming, the show where two brothers talk through the past, present, and future of our lives in gaming. My name is Alex, and with me here today, over the interwebs, is my brother Spence.
What's up, guys?
So today we're going to do kind of how we've been trying to do this discussion-y, sort of half video cast, half podcast kind of thing, and cover some news, do a little, probably a lot of talking about Kingdom Hearts 3, because apparently Spence here is basically done with the game. We're recording this on Thursday. The game's been out for 2 days, and he's done already.
26 hours and 38 minutes, and I actually have it on right now. It's paused and muted so that Alex can't hear anything. I need to go finish it after this.
Because I am not done yet. So we'll get to
Not
that.
even close, yeah.
And we'll also talk about some general news, and then there's also a bunch of Nintendo news that has come out this week that we're talking about. So first, I want to follow up a little bit on games we've been playing that aren't Kingdom Hearts. I know you said that you touched Celeste a little bit last week.
Yes.
This is one of the games with gold, I think.
Yes.
What was that like for you?
Very ragey.
Very ragey.
I got to the third or fourth world in it, or level, or whatever you want to call it.
Right.
And at that point, I was just getting super pissed off, and I was just like, all right, I can't handle any more of this. I got to put it down.
Okay.
And then literally like 2 days later, Kingdom Hearts came out. So I was like, all right, well, I'll go back to it. But this is literally the only game I've been playing since it came out. So
Right.
as I'm sure we can tell with the hour log.
Yeah, with being almost done. Yeah, that's cool. I actually ordered a copy of Celeste from Limited Run Games for the Switch, and I've not gotten it yet because there's this whole thing where they, like, right after Limited Run sold the game, the developers were like, "Hey, we're going to add this free level pack that you can download if you have the game already." So then a bunch of people were like, "Hey, Limited Run, why don't you just wait for that level pack to come out before you send everybody their game?" And then they're like, "Maybe we will." And as far as I know, they haven't decided if they're doing that or not yet. So I'm still just waiting on my copy to show up.
Right.
I have not played it yet, but I'm excited for it. I'm still working my way through New Super Mario Brothers 2 on 3DS. I'm at the end of World 3 right now, and it's fun. It's sort of the opposite of Celeste, I imagine, in the sense that it's not really difficult at all. It's more like just a fun, obstacle course kind of game.
Right.
And my challenge is to try to get all the different gold coins in every level and all the different hidden exits. And just having some fun with that. I actually played this one level with the mini mushroom where you shrink down.
Right.
And it makes Mario a little bit more floaty than normal. I played that level over and over again, trying to figure out where one of the coins were, to the point that, like, I went to another level after that and just did like a normal Mario jump and expected him to like launch like he does with the mini mushroom, and it didn't happen, and I just fell right into the water and died. But other than that, it's fun. I mean, I know a lot of people like to bag on that series, so I'm actually kind of impressed so far with how I like it.
Right.
And then, of course, I've been playing that like at work, basically. And at home, I've been playing Kingdom Hearts. And then I played some Smash today, but we'll get to Smash when we talk about Nintendo stuff. Cool. So some random news of the week. So first, let's follow up with that Dragon Ball. I don't know actually if
Project Z
or not. Yeah, Project Z that we had talked about last time.
Yes,
which
we got a trailer this time.
Yeah. Now, so my reaction to the trailer was that I was like, yes, this looks cool. I like the graphical style that they're using.
Looks like it's on the Unreal Engine.
Probably.
Just like Jump Force, because Jump Force is on Unreal Engine 4, I believe.
Well, those, I think that Jump Force looks really different compared to Project Z, I think, anyway. I think Project Z looks sort of somewhere in between, like, the sort of Xenoverse style they were doing and the Fighter Z style that they're going for. Somewhere in between those two, which is cool. But it's mostly like a story trailer. There's what appears to be just shots of Goku walking around at the end, which some people have interpreted to mean that the game is going to be like
open world. Yeah.
I don't know.
we have no information other than the story trailer looks cool. It looks like it's all we've got is that he goes up to the Frieza saga, right?
That's what it looks like
as far as the trailer went.
Yeah, so...
But it also starts before where Dragon Ball Z starts. It looks like where Piccolo's fighting in Dragon Ball.
Right, and also like that sequence maybe I'm misremembering. I didn't rewatch it again, but it didn't look like it was any particular moment. Like when he's been interacting with Piccolo, it didn't seem like it was any particular moment in the series. So I'm wondering if it's gonna introduce some new story stuff, which would be neat.
Right.
Like as much as I love like the first arc of Dragon Ball Z, uh, we've
You
played
can
it so
only
many
play it. I
times
was gonna
at
say
this
you can only
point.
play it so many
So
times. Yeah.
I'm kind of like, can we try something else, maybe?
Right.
Um,
We need like an actual super game that follows that arc.
yeah,
Like kind
yeah.
of
I
how
mean, that would
Budokai
be
Tenkaichi 3 did with all the individual arcs.
exactly, um, which would be just different.
Yeah.
As much as people like to bag on like the fighter's story as being not very good, it's cool that that they're at least trying to do something different. You know what I mean? But I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where if you're gonna get like a true sort of RPG, especially if it's like an open world RPG, where you can just fly around and do all kinds of junk, on some level you would want to be able to have that experience through the Saiyan Saga and the Frieza Saga. You know what I mean? Like that's kind of
Right.
exciting to be like you can explore that at that time. So that's cool. I mean, there's sort of drip feeding information on that one, so we'll see where it goes. It's supposed to, pretty sure they said it's supposed to come out sometime in 2019.
It did. Yeah.
So that's a pretty quick turnaround. I mean, I guess we don't really know how far they've gone into it, but the fact they didn't really show any gameplay, but they're still saying it's going to come out this year is kind of surprising to me. But I guess we'll see. They've also said they're adding Videl and Jiren to fighters. I think they're actually playable right now. I have not played them.
I
Obviously, you
haven't touched
haven't
that
either
game.
since you've been
I
playing
haven't.
cards all week.
Well, I haven't even touched that game since release, like the first 2 weeks
No, really.
of it. Yeah, I haven't. It was all right.
Right. Okay.
I was disappointed by the story, just like you said.
Yeah. Well, I know it's one of those things. Like I'm thinking of getting back into it. Now that there's like they're doing essentially a second season pass now at this point, which to me is like this is probably a good time to get back into it if you haven't really done anything with it recently. I know that I sort of tried to make like actually learning how to play Smash this time more of a priority in terms of like what fighting game do I want to learn how to play this year.
Right.
So maybe I'll have some time to get back into that now. But I think that patch is actually live, and the pass for it is live like right now actually. So you can fire it up if you wanted to. So remember that.
Cool.
Go check that out. Definitely good time to be a Dragon Ball fan. You still need to see the building movie. It's actually leaked online. I've seen already. I've seen people posting links to it on YouTube. So while I do not officially condone, I don't know, because it's not really piracy. If somebody else is committing piracy and you're just like watching their their stream, I guess.
It's not illegal to stream, or
But
it's not illegal to view it. It's not illegal to view it via stream. It's illegal to download it.
yeah, so don't download and distribute it. But if you just happen to stumble across it being hosted on YouTube, which is a public platform, it's up there. So I've seen people sharing that with me already. So yeah, it's a good time to be a Dragon Ball fan. I might have mentioned before I finished my manga collection,
Yes.
Dragon Ball, this last week. So I'm excited about that.
Well, yeah, that was completed when I came and visited you.
Yeah, I think that might have been like the day or the day after.
It was the day after I looked at it because I saw the story of Jacko.
Yeah, Jacko, Intergalactic Patrol Man.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, I had this weird thing where I had to fill in like numbers like 18, 19 through I think like 24 because I bought like all of Dragon Ball and up through I think volume 16 of Dragon Ball Z at a used bookstore, and then they also had number 26 for some reason. So then I had to slowly like fill in all the other ones, and then this Christmas I was finally like, you know what, we're just gonna finish it, we're gonna do it, and then I'm gonna be able to go back through and read it. And on another shelf that you can't see right now on the camera, so I'm not going to bother trying to move over to it, is I'm starting to collect Dragon Ball Super as well. So that's cool. Yeah, good times for Dragon Ball fans. So I wanted to bring this up, this Metro Exodus thing, because it's not a game that I've really followed or had much interest in. I'm aware of the series, but basically they announced this week that it was going to be moving to the Epic Games Store as an exclusive. The problem, though, is that it's been available to pre-order on Steam for months now. So Steam on the store page, like if you go to Steam and search for Metro Exodus, it doesn't come up anymore. But the store page is still there. Like if you just can find the page through Google. And they have this note on there from Steam where they're like, sales of Metro Exodus has been discontinued due to the publisher decision to make the game exclusive to another PC store. They've assured them that everybody who already pre-ordered the game is going to be able to get it. And then Steam throws like some major shade at the end there, where they say that we think the decision to remove the game is unfair to Steam customers, especially after a long pre-sale period. And
I'm turning my computer on right now to take a look at that.
Yeah.
So
let me see.
I would like to.
I'll send you this link because it's kind of like when I first read it, it like made me laugh. And I was thinking about it, and I was just like, you know what? Like, there's the actual link that you can just go to. Because you probably have to like type that in, or just like I if you just Google Metro Exodus Steam, you should be able to find it, because I couldn't find it through the store itself. But yeah, I mean, the Deep Silver, the publisher, have said that they wanted to move over to the Epic Store because it was a better deal for them. The game's actually, I think, $10 cheaper on the Epic Game Store than it is on Steam and like if you were to get like the console version.
Right.
And actually, I don't even know if there is a console version, or that I said that out loud. Anyway, the Steam price was $60, but it's $50 on the Epic Game Store, which is designed to entice people to go get it from the Epic Game Store, but also underscores how the publisher is getting a much better deal through Epic than they would have been getting through Steam.
Let's see this. Top stories after Epic Store deal. Steam users review Metro games.
Yeah, so that's the other thing is that people have really gone after their previous games and gave them like negative reviews to complain about it. Just
interesting. Oh yeah, only released on the Epic Store, but moved from Steam to Epic says that people who ordered a physical edition will not be affected. Yeah. Wow. Okay. Interesting.
So I don't know. I kind of wonder.
Paradise.
Yeah, it's just the beginning of the promised paradigm shift that that Epic Games Store has been wanting to have happen. Like I know that a lot of people, and understandably, like it is kind of crappy that the game's been available on Steam, and now, I know this is a single player game, so it's not as if moving like it's not as if you had, a multiplayer game on Xbox and suddenly like, oh, we're not going to be on Xbox anymore, we're moving it over to PlayStation. But if you had it on Xbox already, you can still play, with whoever is left there. You know what I mean? It's a single player game, but I can understand a lot of people. I mean, people are invested in Steam. It's an ecosystem at this point,
Definitely.
So maybe we'll see more big publishers doing this.
Yeah, I'd like to see how this unravels.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of like a sort of mid-tier, publisher mid-tier game, in my opinion, anyway. I know that when Epic first sort of pitched this store, their whole thing was this is going to be really great for indie developers that haven't been getting a good cut from Steam. So the fact that they're going after higher level people now is pretty telling. Pretty telling. But we'll see how that one pans out for everybody involved.